Hello, everyone, and welcome to another class. We are going to continue our discussion on closed class words, and the following class that we're going to be dealing with is determiners. We dealt with prepositions and pronouns last class, and with auxiliary verbs when we talked about verbs. Now, determiners are special types of words since what they do basically is to determine the reference for our nouns, and as such, they always accompany nouns. All right. In this respect, they differ with pronouns since what pronouns do is to take the place of nouns, but determiners accompany them. All right, limiting our references. Now, in section 4.5, page 38, you are going to find this chart, which I transcribed here with some colors. Now, in this column, we have determiner types, and in this row, we have nouns, either singular, plural, or uncountable. As you can see, there are many types of words, categories of words that can function as determiners. Articles are a type of determiner, okay? Remember that articles can be of three types: no article, zero article, the indefinite article, and the definite article. We can use the three of them with singular countable nouns, but we can only use zero article. This hyphen should be with bugs here, and the definite article with plural countable nouns. Of course, indefinite makes reference to only one, so that's why we use it with singular, not with plural. And we can neither use the indefinite article with uncountable nouns. With uncountable nouns, we use no article or the definite article. Okay. Now, in the case of possessive determiners, they are also known as possessive adjectives. What they do is they determine a relation of, in this case, might be possession with, or any kind of relation. It could be a relationship with someone between the speaker and the object we are referring to, or the person we're referring to. Um, and in this case, the categories overlap. Determiners are in a way very similar to adjectives since they accompany nouns, they go before nouns. Okay, whenever we have determiners and adjectives, we're going to have the determiner first, then the adjective, and then the noun. All right. Possessive adjectives are no different in that respect. We could say my big book, my old book, and we're gonna have the adjective in between the determiner and the noun. Okay. Then we have demonstrative determiners. They are four, depending on the number and depending on the proximity, which we can use with both singular plural countable nouns and with uncountable nouns as well. And then, of course, numerals, we can only use them with countable nouns because what they do is to quantify. We are counting them, okay? So we cannot use numeral determiners with uncountable nouns. If Then we're going to see a distinction, which I think is important. Now, quantifiers. We have quantifiers that we use with singular and plural references, okay, countable references, and with uncountable nouns as well. Do not confuse these and these quantifiers, determiners, quantifying determiners, with nouns which quantify. Those nouns that quantify usually have a noun within that within the expression. For example, a liter of, a packet of, a box of. All right, they are different internally. Now, what you could do is to make a chart probably with examples using the singular and the plural quantifyings and the uncountable quantifiers. Um, in context so that you remember most of them, but it's not used to just study the list, all right? So we'll try to make some practice with this. Now, there's a way in which the determiners combine with one another. We can have more than one determiner before a noun. We can have three, as we can see, all those are the guys. Uh, And the way we know the place for each of these determiners is because we have predeterminers which go before the central determiners, and we have post-determiners of one or two types, okay? And it's summarized in this chart. So predeterminers are these three words, all both have, and multipliers, double, twice, triple. Central determiners, which are articles, demonstratives, and possessives. Post-determiners, slot 1, which can be ordinal numbers such as first, second, third. Semi-determiners like sema, the next, and post-determiners, which are 1, 2, 3, and quantifying determiners in general, okay? Um, Probably it's you shouldn't study this formula. You just should know that whenever we have more than one determiner, they follow a certain order, and that order will usually be guessed intuitively. I would say, whenever you are exposed to the language more and more often, you will develop this intuition in which you will be able to say this doesn't sound right. And why is it? Well, you have a theory because we have pre, central, and post determiners, all right? Now, in section 4.7, page 48, you have a further discussion of other types of determiners, which are these ones, in fact, the ones that we have been mentioning, but they are explained in more detail. Demonstrative determiners vary their form depending on the following noun, if it's singular or plural, and the proximity, if it's near or distant, okay? So we have for, we have this and that, and these and those. And for uncountable singulars, we have this money and that money. Now, it's not difficult to remember. You have a chart like this. Just make sure to make the difference between this and these, all right? And as regarding numerals as determiners, of course, whenever we have numerals as determiners, you should have a noun after. Okay, so remember, always have this in mind. Determiners go before nouns. Yeah. So we have cardinal, which are the numbers we usually count 0, 1, 2. You have for the discussion page 47, probably 48. And ordinal numbers. The first course, for example, the second quiz, uh, they are used as determiners as well, pretty commonly. And they are used for the date as well. And the last two letters determine the letters that you are going to write on the date. Just a comment. Now, determiners can sometimes be confused with pronouns. Those answers are mine, and those are my answers. Which is the determiner? Which is the pronoun? In the case of those here, the first one is the determiner because we have the noun here, answers, and those here is a pronoun because it's taking the place of a noun. In this case, the determiner and the pronoun have the same form, but sometimes the determiner and the pronoun have different forms. In this case, mine is a pronoun and my is the determiner, a possessive determiner, a possessive pronoun. So we have determiners and pronouns sometimes with the same form and determiners and pronouns which take on a different form. Okay, that can happen. Remember, if the word is accompanying a noun, most probably it's a determiner. If it's in the place of a noun, it's a pronoun. Okay? And this is just a little practice we're gonna do. You can share your answers in the forum. You just need to check if the highlighted expressions are right or wrong. And before doing it, you might want to check section 4.6.4 on page 45. All right. And below the video, I will upload an image, which I think it's pretty clear on the uses of articles.